So, what is up, dudes and dudettes? I'm Syke, and welcome to a very, very special edition of GLM News. I am joined by Mr. Brad. He is the organizer for the Kwesé Games, I believe.
Indeed. How's it? How's it going?
Nice to meet you,
Dudes
man.
and dudettes.
Yeah, it's my thing.
So yeah, I'm very proudly the head of Kwesé Esports.
Yes.
Making a massive impact on Rage this year.
Big time. Like, I see you guys have brought esports on another level to Rage that we've never seen before. So, for those who don't know who you are and what you guys do, what is Kwesé Games?
Well, Kwesé itself, we're a broadcaster across Africa. So we primarily create and curate as well as find Africanized content for the African content itself. So we've got a very strong play throughout the majority of Africa. We've only really played in South Africa in the gaming space. Because South Africa is an established gaming market, we announced ourselves in the South African gaming market last year at Rage with a relatively small football tournament together with a phenomenal partnership with Microsoft. And at that Rage, we announced that we were going to be raising the game and we were going to be bringing ESL, the largest esports organization, to African soil. And
it's just been insane. I mean,
a year later, which feels like 3 weeks, we've done it. We've brought sports level broadcasting to esports. We've brought Northern African Counter-Strike teams to play against Southern African teams. I was really hoping, as much as I love both the South African teams, I was hoping for a North African, South African the final today. The game yesterday between Energy and Limitless was absolutely phenomenal and nail-biting.
Exactly. I sat there sweating bullets the entire time.
It was palpable, but I mean the excitement, the significance of yesterday was absolutely mind-blowing.
And it's just crazy to think, though. I mean, like as you said, last year you showed up and it was literally a small tournament. Now you have one of the biggest stages at Rage, and I mean, it's just phenomenal to see you guys doing this. You're bringing international gaming to South Africa, which is
no. We are not bringing international gaming to South Africa.
I mean, Africa.
We are bringing international gaming to Africa, and we are putting Africa on the gaming map.
Yes.
So, to me, local means the continent of Africa.
Yeah.
So it's something that we're very strong and we're very passionate about. With our esteemed chairman and our roots from Zimbabwe, and how we really are trying to change the world. It's very ambitious, but you can't make diamonds without pressure. And we're so passionate about it, and I'm absolutely blessed to be able to see my own personal dreams with a business like this that buys into my sort of vision and making my passion become a reality. And we're trying to change the world, and we're confident that we can. One game at a time.
Because, look, just talking from a player's perspective, Africa is one of those continents that really does get overlooked when it comes to server hosting, when it comes to international gaming. That we get overlooked a lot, and I understand why a lot of the time. But in the same breath, it is very frustrating. So it's very cool to see someone is going, look, we exist, we're here, we are part. So it's very cool to see you guys doing this.
So that is primarily exactly why we're doing this.
Yeah.
Before I was blessed to come with Kwesé, I've been involved and I'm lucky enough to have taken over and looking after the very first dedicated servers in South Africa. So a large portion of the online infrastructure that isn't around today that we've enabled. And we've always been trying to bring first world experiences, what it's like for the guys in Europe and what it's like for the guys in US to experience that here. So and it's just been getting bigger and bigger and better. What's phenomenal now is with the impact and the noise, the money that this is generating, the hype that this is generating, the excitement that this is generating, the awesome stories that this is generating, we're no longer being ignored. With us having been previously isolated in South Africa, we're changing that. So with us being a bigger African continent, there's a lot more numbers involved in it. So we can and we do have the ability to start making up for those particular numbers. That's one aspect. The other aspect as well is like, you may want to look at it and go, yeah, you're talking Africa, but you're talking, and let's be honest here, a white privileged, previously dominated sport, and yes, we are going after the cream of the crop and we're going the best of the best. It's ESL. You can't be average and play on the stage. But that's not the
Definitely,
only avenues and aspects that we're going. We're also going into the development areas. We're also
Yes.
going to the nascent areas. We also want to develop Africa, and we want to create access for gamers that haven't seen it before.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
know, with how things are changing and with how we want to empower a lot of the people. I mean, the money that these guys are winning today,
Yeah.
even the guys who come forth at the bottom of the team, they've already earned a chunk of change in order to get here. The dollar is not an equal spend across Africa. The
Yeah.
guys from Tunisia and Algeria, even though they may have come last here today, they've made enough money already to start changing and empowering lives.
Yeah.
So if you think long term, if you think when we find some guy or girl, preferably a girl, just because that's a passion of mine too. I want to see girl gaming rise, and we have been and we aren't, but that's another story.
Yeah.
But when we find somebody that we find and we from a Rwanda
Yeah.
or a Zambia or even a Zimbabwe, wherever it may be,
Yeah.
and we give them access to something, and then we find a skill set, and they find the ability, and within when I don't say if. I say when this
Yes.
becomes an Olympic sport, like in a Winter Olympics,
Yes.
and we suddenly have African teams playing in a winter sport because now we can, and yes, it is a sport.
Yes.
When I see that, and when we found that, and when we put that on the stage, that's when I'm done.
Exactly. Like it is just great to see, and again, we can't thank you guys enough for what you're doing. I mean, from a gamer's perspective, you guys are doing great things for us. And just also, I want to just ask, like, can you tell me what you have your fingers in here? Like, what are you guys busy with, or what are you
Sure.
involved with here at Rage?
Sure. So, like I was saying a little bit earlier, and thanks for the great segue because I didn't tell you about how else we are now
Yes.
playing in South Africa. So we're exceptionally proud to play in this market now. So
Yeah.
we've just launched a new product into the market called Kwesé Play. So Kwesé Play is an IPTV device. So again, we're appealing to this type of market. Guys who have broadband connections, guys who are YouTubers, and guys who have a very rich Netflix experience.
Yes.
I can't tell you the amount of houses that I've walked into, and people are Netflix users, but they've
Yeah.
got a laptop balancing on something
Yeah.
connected to the TV. This phenomenal device is this tiny. It eliminates all of that. It has a USB
Wow.
device in that you can plug in and still play your own content from it.
Oh my
It's
word.
wireless. It's Ethernet. If you look in the Kwesé Play activation area, we've got one screen of a demo for Kwesé gamer content that we are going to be putting in it. So how it works, it's an Android sort of based system,
Yeah.
and there are a variety of different services that you can subscribe to within that. And a lot of the content that we are both licensing, a lot of the content that we are producing and creating, we are going to be putting on those particular channels as well. So we will have our own separate Kwesé gamer device, and
My word.
So-
It's awesome. I'm sorry. The words just don't get
Thanks,
to me
man.
because like from us, it's like
So let me just wrap up again everything else that we're doing. So that's the Kwesé Play
Okay,
device.
yeah,
I mean, that's our hero.
Yes.
We're very, very proud of it. And as easy and as passionate as for us to be about gaming and esports and things
Yeah.
that we love, it's as easy for us to be passionate about a device that we have faith in and where we can
Yes.
see it go. And it's really only just version 1. There's going to be more versions and stuff else to come. But I've got such faith in the Kwesé Play
Yes.
team, and both the management and the guys operating it on the ground. They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
So from a gaming perspective, I told you about
Yes.
South Africa and Northern Africa.
Of course.
So that's Counter-Strike, and
Yeah.
we've done that because of the technical challenges. Northern
Alright.
Africa in isolation, Southern Africa in isolation, and
Yeah.
then brought them here within the LAN. The other one that we're doing is Hearthstone. So Hearthstone is on a mobile device. It
Yeah.
runs on iOS. It runs on Android. It can run on laptops as well. So it's very, very open.
Yeah.
You can be in Cairo, I can be in Cape Town, and we can play against each other. Because it's turn-based, and because you have time, there's no infrastructure support, it's 1 versus 1. There isn't anybody on the African continent who is not eligible to play in the Hearthstone tournament.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
we've made a tournament that's open for everybody. We found this year within the top 4 players, the top 4 Hearthstone players in Africa.
Yes.
2 of them are from South Africa. One of them came down from Korea, but he's eligible as he is African.
Wow.
We have one and from Algeria, from Morocco. So we hope to see this grow phenomenally next year.
Yeah.
We also have not part of ESL, potentially yet, and nothing very serious and competitive.
Yeah.
We're also messing around with Overwatch. But as I say, messing around with Overwatch,
Yeah.
I'm actually very, very proud to say that it's not something that we're doing completely by ourselves.
Okay.
What we are doing with Overwatch is actually the very first officially sanctioned Overwatch event by Blizzard. So this is done, they put this thing together, they have asked us to do this. And so this is our attempt to showcase and put something up.
I cannot wait to get to that stand, honestly, because I'm a major Blizzard fan. I love Overwatch. And again, like as you said, we don't have those tournaments. We don't have people taking it seriously because we don't have the servers. We don't have dedicated servers. We don't have, the infrastructure for it. So yeah, awesome to see.
There's one more thing.
Fanboy. Oh,
there's one tiny thing, and I think you missed it yesterday morning when we were opening the early briefing. So we're also very, very excited to announce a partnership with the famous South African duo Pascal and Pierce.
Yes.
So you may know that I think it's the IEM series, also part of the ESL, have a theme track which was written and created by Hardwell. So we're exceptionally proud to announce that we have a Pascal and Pierce track. It's done, but we're still tweaking and modifying it and adding a little bit more Africanized to it. But it's that EDM, it's that type of style. It is absolutely phenomenal. So Pascal and Dave were here yesterday. They opened the floor for us.
Yes.
Yesterday they also released their brand new track, and Jethro, the vocal artist, was here as well. So they're coming along for the ride as well. Absolutely phenomenal to see their passion. They have the same vision that we want. They want to change the world via music. We want to change the world via gaming. There's an awesome marriage there, and they're great guys. And
it was awesome. Like as you said, they opened the floor. We heard the track, and it was pumping. It was lively. It was just really cool to see them. So I really think they're going to add a very nice dynamic to the gaming.
Cool. And they're such great guys as well.
Exactly.
And if that track doesn't go to #1, I tell you what, I'll be very, very surprised.
All right. But yeah, so thank you so very much for spending some time with us. It's been an absolute pleasure being here with you. And thank you again for all that you're doing for us. For not just South African gamers, but African gamers as a whole. You guys really are doing something absolutely phenomenal.
Dude, honestly, you're very, very welcome, but I have to turn that on you. I have to say thanks for you guys. Because it's you guys why we do this. This is what it's all about. It's for you guys, it's for every single person that interacts with us. It's for all of the hate. It's for all of the negative. It's all of the guys who are saying you can't do this.
Yeah.
We've had it all of our lives. Gaming teaches us to lose. Gaming teaches us to get over those obstacles. I thank every single one of you guys.
Thank you very much, man.
Cool, man.
It's been absolutely awesome. So, guys, if you haven't checked them out yet, please do. Kwesé Gaming, they're
KweséGamer.com.
There we go. Check them out. KweséGamer.com. And as always, guys, I am Psych, and I've been with Brad. Game on and geek on.
How's it? I'm Brad Kirby from Are Kwesé, aka Agent 47.